The Ukrainian soldier says it's getting more difficult. His country's push into Kursk may have stopped, while Russia pushes deeper into Ukraine's Donetsk.
There was always a limit as to how far Ukraine could go into Russian territory.
This military analyst saying if Kyiv's goal was to spread Russian forces thinner, it hasn't worked.
Russia so far has been reluctant to redeploy its best units away from Donetsk, where
Vladimir Putin saying he will punish terrorists, meaning Ukrainians, in Kursk and push them out by October. Zelenskyy saying Kursk is now a buffer zone to prevent more attacks against Ukraine. Alexander Wanozhka says holding it could pose great risk, but there's huge psychological benefit.
Certainly, Vladimir Putin looks weaker as a result because he can't seem to control his own border.
He says it proves the country can and will fight, and that Putin's red lines were a myth. When the invasion began, Western countries feared Putin was irrational and could cause a wider war.
We keep seeing demonstrations by the Ukrainians over and over that this is not the case, that he is trying to conquer Ukraine, but he's trying to do it conventionally.
Volodymyr Zelenskyy calling the red lines a bluff and saying NATO should let Ukraine use their weapons in Russia, like how the UK already has.
This is basically pressure on the US to reconsider, to reevaluate the evidence coming from the battlefield.
That would bring in a new era of the war, Zelenskyy says, one that would help his country. It just won a victory, but is still struggling. Nathaniel Dove, Global News.